Action is to introduce you to an important initiative taking place in High Wycombe, led by Wycombe District Dementia Action. This is an exciting and much needed project, and one close to my heart, as I will explain. Our ambition is to demystify living with dementia, to promote better understanding, and to make sure appropriate support is built into everyday activities. So, who are we? I'm Sue Granshaw. My interest in dementia arose because both my parents lived with dementia in different types. This led me to become a volunteer speaker for Alzheimer's Research UK and as a seroptomist to join Wycombe District Dementia Action. I represent both Alzheimer's Research UK and my seroptomist club, High Wycombe District, on WDDA steering group.
Hello, and I'm Hilda Stern and I chair Wycombe District Dementia Action. I first became interested in the local response to dementia after attending an introductory session organised by Bucks Council. A family member developed dementia and the impact not only on her but the wider family was traumatic. With yet no known cure, I feel that we must do all that we can to educate everyone and support organisations locally and nationally in the fight against this dreadful disease.
Most of us will have been touched by dementia through family and friends. Over half of us know someone who has been diagnosed with dementia and have seen the impact. Most of us know that dementia is associated with memory loss, but it can also affect general mental functions, ability to carry out normal daily tasks, and with certain types of dementia, lead to changes in personality and behaviour. So what is dementia? There are three key points that I want to make. The first is that dementia is a blanket term for diseases of the brain. It is not a natural path of ageing. 1 in 20 people who develop dementia are under 65, and there are 17,000 people under the age of 65 who have been diagnosed and are living with dementia. There are 4 common types. The best known is Alzheimer's, in which amyloid and tau proteins form clumps and tangles in the brain. There's vascular dementia, which often occurs following a stroke. Dementia with Lewy bodies, in which protein clumps get into the nerve cells of the brain. And frontotemporal dementia, in which proteins enter the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain, and these are associated with our personality and emotions. Dementia leads to degeneration of the brain. Research has shown that the damage caused by Alzheimer's can lead to the brain weighing around 140 grams less than a healthy one, i.e. about the weight of an orange. The second point I want to make is that dementia is a serious and growing problem for our society. In the UK, there are getting on for 1 million people living with dementia. In Buckinghamshire, there are estimated to be over 7,000 residents living with dementia, with a further 3,000 or more who are undiagnosed. And this number has doubled since 2007. Pre-COVID, in 2018, dementia became the UK's biggest killer, overtaking cancer and heart disease. Some of this is due to medical advances and people living longer, and both my parents are in their 90s. But every 3 minutes, someone develops dementia, and 1 in 3 people born today will go on to develop dementia sometime during their life. There is yet no cure. More information and statistics are available on the Alzheimer's Research UK website. These are long-term degenerative diseases with an average life expectancy of 7 to 10 years following diagnosis. My third point is that we have to understand the balance between the awful final stages and the fact that people can live very well with dementia and independently. Not surprisingly, 85% want to do this, but less than 50% think that they will be able to. And these people need support and understanding. And this is where we come in, keeping them living well within our community. If you'd like to look at a story of a younger person living with dementia, click here for Gina's story. To enable people in our community to live well with dementia, WDDA will provide and encourage education about dementia for businesses, families and their carers, practical support to combat loneliness, isolation helping residents to live well with dementia. We've done lots of hard work already, and now we need to take this to the wider community to join us. I'm now going to hand over to Hilda, Chair of WDDA, to tell you something about WDDA's plans and how you can contribute.
WDDA is a group of organisations and individuals committed to supporting and enabling people and their families to live well with dementia. As Sue has already indicated, it is possible to have a full life living with dementia if simple support arrangements are put in place tailored to personal needs. The group seeks to improve understanding within the community, including businesses who play an important role in helping people to live well for longer in their homes, and to ensure appropriate support is provided for both them and their families by local services. There is much still to learn about living with dementia, and the group's advocacy role is an important one, particularly at the local service provision level. The group began as an informal gathering of interested individuals and organisations before creating an association. Its members currently include Buckinghamshire Council, Tesco Loudwater, South Central Ambulance Service, local care homes including Ridley Manor Care Home in Lane End, interested residents including Sue, and local community groups such as Hewenden Street Association. This group was formalised just before the March 2020 lockdown and has continued to promote living with dementia despite the inevitable restrictions. Membership has grown despite the challenges faced during COVID, with recent additions including Wycombe Wanderers Sports and Education Trust and Morrison's High Wycombe. As Sue has explained, a key part of our work is to raise awareness about dementia, what it is, what support is available, and how to live well with it. Although there is yet no cure, the research continues, and as our final case study will reveal, the importance of continuing our work. So our call to action. The Alzheimer's Society and Alzheimer's Research UK lead the way in encouraging communities, residents and businesses to embrace living with dementia. Volunteer groups such as WDDA have an important local role to play. As the figures Sue has shared reveal, this condition affects so many people, and without a cure, it is essential that we all understand what it is, how it can affect people, and what could be done to support people to live well with dementia. After all, it could be us. Now back to Sue to tell you what WDDA has been doing in 2020 so far as part of our contribution to this important issue.
Yes, we had an excellent Dementia Awareness Week in May 2022. We worked with Morrison's, Alzheimer's Research UK, the Alzheimer's Society, Carers Bucks and High Wycombe Library, and we formed a partnership to have displays, and we approached people, gave them information, and we must have approached about 200 people, all of whom were very grateful, and some of our conversations were really quite emotional. We've done presentations, one with Christchurch in Blackwell Heath, who are setting up a memory cafe, and wanted to know how best to do this and how to make their services dementia friendly. And Optimist International High Wycombe has raised funds through an afternoon tea to support WDDA and our work. We are building relationships with local groups and hold lots of face-to-face meetings and also meetings together. As Hilda mentioned, Wycombe Wanderers Sport and Education Trust, also care providers such as Home Instead and Ridley Manor Care Home. And through this, we are building relationships and giving each other support in initiatives that are taking place. So it's all very positive and also quite exciting.
So moving forward, how to find out more. There are several ways in which you can support us. Obviously, social media is a key resource. So liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, and more importantly, retweeting and commenting on our tweets, or actually getting in touch with us via our email address to find out more and have a conversation either with myself or Sue in terms of any ideas and suggestions you might have how we can move things forward. You can also donate either cash or in kind, because we appreciate that everyone's time is very valuable, and investing it in WDDA, we believe, will help us organise many more events and help spread the workload, which would be very good. So now back to Sue.
The next steps, we're wanting to encourage businesses in High Alzheimer's Society Dementia Friends training. We want to introduce some workplace workshops and training to help businesses introduce policies to support both employees and customers who might be carers or be suffering from dementia themselves. We would like people to become WDDA supporters and support our work. And there are opportunities for volunteering, as Ms. Hilda has mentioned.
And finally, as we've already mentioned, dementia is not a natural part of the ageing process. Research has revealed that a growing number of younger people are being diagnosed, and our final case study, Jordan Adams, serves as a message to us all. We can live well with dementia, and we must do all that we can towards finding a cure. So thank you for listening, and we hope that you will get involved and help WDDA continue its work.